Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Universal Soul Vibrations. Don't forget, if you like the channel, like, subscribe, and share. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Libra full moon that's coming in tomorrow. And we're going to look at each element. With the Libra full moon coming in, this full moon is one about balance, harmony, and is a very relationship-focused full moon. This full moon will be calling into question how we balance our individual needs with the desires of others. Since the full moon is about climaxes and conclusions, some relationships may be moving to a new level of commitment while others may be ending. If a relationship is ending, just know that it's the right time for that to happen and try not to fight it. A good way to maximize the energy of a full moon is to write down any habits, beliefs, or relationship struggles you wish to release and then destroy the paper the list was written on. You can do this by fire, but make sure you're outside when you do this to represent the release. And then when you're all finished, return the ashes to the earth, asking for all that you released be transformed into healing. Okay, so that's a little full moon ceremony that you can do if you have an area where you can burn the ashes outside and then kind of bury them back into the earth. Alrighty, so now we're going to take a look at the individual elements to see how this Libra full moon is going to affect them. Hi, this is going to be the messages for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, for the full moon in Libra, which is today. I've pulled an overall energy card for this Libra full moon for fire signs from the Shaman's Dream Oracle, which is a new deck out by Colette Baron Reed, and the cards are absolutely stunning as usual. The card that came up for fire signs as the overall theme around you guys for this full moon in Libra is the perfect storm. And the perfect storm is giving you an invitation to act now and giving you the courage to step into life. It wants you to get out of ruts and take chances and take risks with this perfect storm card. The perfect storm card is saying, that there's opportunities coming in, but it's only a short window and you just need to jump in and, if you feel like it's more than you can handle, it's a little bit scary, but go in and do it because that's how you're going to grow. And now is the time that you will succeed. With the perfect storm, when the perfect storm appears, it cautions you to be ready for an exciting yet turbulent time. The winds are picking up and you need to make sure that you are close to the eye of the storm and you will be buffed by gusts that may take you far from where you need to be. The key is to remain centered and balanced and bear witness on the forces built in intensity. Notice how the loose stuff is starting to fly around and recognize how little of it you truly need. Let go of those thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that clutter your heart and cloud your mind. Then the storm will be absolutely perfect for you. And as I looked through the cards that came out for the messages for the fire signs, it's a big theme of letting go. So there's something that you fire signs are hanging on to. You've got several cards that have this letting go theme in it. If you wonder what you might lose during the perfect storm, know that it is those things we are most attached to that are taken first, as if life were trying to unburden us of our righteous self-importance. Let it all go with the wind. The less you resist the change brought by the perfect storm, the happier you will be. Ride the winds to your next destination. Embrace the rain or snow. Remember that every time you try to argue with nature, you lose. The perfect storm can also be a call for you to seize the moment. There might be a great opportunity that you need to take advantage of right now. Here, time is of essence. It may be gone shortly, so do not hesitate. Go ahead, bite off more than you can chew, and take the storm on in all its terrifying greatness. Experience the fullness of life. You will succeed. Okay, so this perfect storm card, is wanting you to just have the whole full life experience. But it sounds like there's some things that you might be hanging on, some thoughts, some beliefs, some attitudes that are kind of stopping you from doing that. So pay attention during this full moon in Libra. All right, in the first position In the first position, what balances is the Libra full moon magnifying for fire signs. You got the patience card. The patience card is all about enjoying the journey, not just the destination. You guys hear me say that all the time. It's about not being in a rush. The time has come to learn patience and avoid the need for instant gratification. This card wants you to slow down, take your time. Things are happening, you just can't see it yet. Patience is the kind of faith in foreseeing. We might see the seed, but we foresee the flower. And it wants you to have that whole experience of planting the flower, digging in the dirt, putting the seed in the dirt, watering it, tending to it, and watching the flower bloom. It's not a quick process. You've got to nurture it. You've got to care for it. You got to plant it. It is a way of experiencing the process of fruition. Okay, so the thing that is really the thing that's out of balance for you, fire signs, is you're always in a hurry all the time. You're rushing from one thing to the next thing to the next thing, and you just forget to stop and smell the roses. Basically, when this card comes up, so during this full moon in Libra time, take some time to stop and smell the roses. In the second position, how can the scales be brought back to balance? We got the protection card. Here's the chance to let go of our resistance, surrender and let go. And here's the first message of letting go with this card. To do that with confidence, we need some support from the universe. That support can take the form of feeling protected from whatever might happen and helping us get the courage to release what needs to go. Trust in yourself to do what you need to do. Okay, so you can get those scales back to balance by, once again, letting go. Letting go of what doesn't work for you, what no longer supports you, whether it be people, things, thoughts, jobs, whatever it may be. It's time to let go of those things. The universe will take care of you and watch over you as you do this. In the third position, this is what truths the Libra full moon you need to communicate during this Libra full moon. And the card that came up for fire signs is action. The time has come to take action. Let go of your paralysis. What is paralysis? Not being able to move, not taking action. Let go of your burdens step by step. Sometimes we are afraid to move forward. Change can be difficult, and if we have been hurt or have failed many times, it may cause us to freeze. And then you remain stagnant and you don't grow. Okay, so we need to make sure we don't get stuck in that frozen position, in that stagnant position, because there's absolutely no growth when that happens. You are encouraged to embrace action. Action is part of our humanity. We are not made to hide and refuse to blossom. Okay, so the thing that you need to communicate is what is holding you back from blossoming. What's holding you back? You need to take a look at that during this full moon in Libra time, because now is definitely the time to take action. Your perfect storm card talked about taking action. So we've got letting go and taking action so far for you guys. And actually letting go is a process of taking action. So fire signs, letting go, taking action. Alrighty. In the fourth position, how can I create sacred space for harmony to thrive and flourish? So how can you fire signs create harmony to thrive and flourish? Well, here we go again. Elsa's come again. It's that let it go thing. The card that came up for you guys is the release card. And the release card is all about letting it go. It is time to release anything that does not serve you. Old negative habits do not engage you anymore, as the payoff is not enough. You are ready to make room for bigger, brighter, more aligned things. Okay, so this is where you're going to flourish. I hate to keep saying the same thing over and over again, But once you release stuff that's really bottled up inside of you and that you've been hanging on to for a while that's not working for you anymore, you are going to see how much you're going to feel more at home, and where and see yourself flourish and thrive. In the position of number 5, that's the message from Grandmother Moon. And the card that you guys got is attraction. Okay, so the attraction card is attract what you want. You can be magnetic to others and attract the good things in life. You can see what you no longer, this card also talks about see what you no longer wish to attract, and be ready for opportunity. Avoid extremes that might cause negative imbalance in your body or mind. Think of connection greater than yourself. Okay, so connect with spirit. If you need to do some meditation to really see what you need to let go of, then do that. But Grandmother Moon is saying to you that you have the ability, you're the magician, you have the ability to attract into your life, fire signs, all the good things that you want. But because you're holding on to energy that's not really working for you, it causes that negative imbalance that's talked about in this attraction card, and it doesn't come in. But once you release all that stuff, it's all going to come flying in for you. Okay, so I pulled a oracle card, an overall theme card for each sign in the fire sign. So we'll start with Aries. And the card that came up for Aries is the Dragon's Hoard. And the Dragon's Hoard's about protecting the future, the legacy, the true riches. In the Dragon's Hoard, jewels and precious objects scatter the ground, while ancient scrolls inscribed with the wisdom teachings lie within reach. This is a rich opportunity, and you can fill your satchel with the treasures you like best. Take the gifts offered you and dedicate them to the well-being of all, beginning with your own. But beware, all that glitters is not gold. Select the precious treasures that will further your spiritual growth and avoid the shiny objects that are empty of real value. Know that the hoard does not belong to you. It belongs to our grandchildren. What is the inheritance that you wish to leave for tomorrow? What seeds are you planting that you will harvest in your old age when you are weary? What seeds will bear fruit after you are no longer there? The dragon guards the legacy of the future. All who come up empty-handed or to fill only their own pockets with gold lie in a dusty heap of bones. You have been allowed entrance by virtue of your kindness or your spiritual practice or sheer luck. Consider as well that the present, this moment, is the future to the dragon. You may be the one who have all been waiting for, so do not hesitate to take what bequest has been reserved for you since the beginning of time. This is the time to be bold. Do not delay or overthink. Remember to bring an offering for the dragon, lest it believe you are its lunch. A simple prayer will do. Okay, so this card talks about, Aries, you got to be stepping into the things in your life that's going to leave a trail behind for your ancestors that come behind you, after you. Okay, it's your turn to do that. And you're going to the dragon, but he's going to give you those things, but you need, like I said, you need to remember that you bring an offering or you're going to be the dragon's lunch. All right, so Aries, Leo, your card is the first breath for your overall theme for the full moon in Libra, and it's about a fresh start and renewed curiosity. When the first breath card shows up for you, it is time to leave the old stories and tales behind. That letting go thing, you have arrived. Take a deep breath and another. There is nothing else you need to do but take in the new world that is revealing itself around you. Trust your natural curiosity. There is no need to dwell on how difficult the journey has been or how tight the passage to get to where you are now. Just take it all in and experience the awe and wonder of your arrival at this destination, even if it is a familiar place you have come to many times before. Try to experience it as if it was for the first time, for you are renewed and the old you is no longer your concern. Practice the beginner's mind, not labeling or naming what you see and experience. That situation that was so difficult only a few days ago, just be with it and breathe. You have already gone beyond it, have overcome and resolved it, even if no one else realizes this yet. Soon enough they will as you move on. Do not squander the power of first breath giving the old narrative mouth to mouth resuscitation. Use it for new beginnings to animate a world you can play and create in. Do not underestimate the power of your breath and the magic of the word. Okay, so your theme, Leo, during this full moon in Libra is all about leaving the old behind and taking a new step forward. Taking a fresh start, being curious about new things. Sagittarius, are you a little overwhelmed? You got the overflow card. So many good things are headed your way or are already coming in your life right now, yet you may be thinking that they're not possible or you're not worthy of them. Abundance is everyone's natural state before we project our restrictions on it, defining what it means, who has it, who gets it, and so forth. Right now, take yourself out of your conditioning and look at your life through the eyes of plenty. There is so much beauty in love, opportunities and divine synchronicities destined to support your dreams abound and are lined up for you. Yet it's sometimes difficult to discern it all because you're bombarded with too much information and simulation, distracting you from the truth that all is well. Sometimes all this overflow can be overwhelming, and you may find yourself responding with empathy overload. Empathy overload occurs when you tune into the collective angst and fear about impending changes and uncertainties. It's unimaginable. We all went through a lot of empathy overload as we listened to the media during the early days of COVID. Fear about impending changes and uncertainties. It's unmanageable. You feel like you're drowning in those emotions. It's time to allow yourself to detach. Bring yourself back to your life. Turn off the TV. Restore your faith in a power greater than you and remind yourself to focus on your smaller personal universe, which is much easier to manage. In this way, you know that you are a conduit for life's blessings and can share them with others, making this perception of overflow profoundly positive. Okay, so I mean, that really kind of does speak to that. Stop listening to the media, turn off the TV, you know, key into things that talk about how to make change and make things better. But that's your theme for this full moon in Libra, Sagittarius. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. It's rainy here where I am. But that's okay. I actually kind of like rainy days. So everybody have a great day and have a good week. And I'll catch you later.